On November 23rd, Ethiopia experienced a sudden and powerful volcanic eruption. For the first time in nearly 12,000 years of recorded history, the Hailyge volcano erupted violently. The blast was so abrupt and intense that people standing kilometers away described it as feeling like a massive bomb had exploded. The eruption sent an enormous ash cloud soaring nearly 500 feet into the sky. This ash cloud was so massive that it was visible even from space. According to satellite data and maps, the ash cloud first traveled over Oman and Yemen, and then gradually drifted toward Pakistan and India. In Delhi, multiple flights were canceled because flying through or near volcanic ash clouds is extremely dangerous. These clouds are not just ordinary smoke, they contain tiny rocks, glass fragments, and crystals. If these particles enter an airplane engine, they can cause severe damage, potentially shutting the engine down completely. In addition, they act like tiny razor blades on airplane windows. Even the cockpit windows can get scratched so badly that pilots may lose visibility. This is why air traffic across the Middle East and South Asia faced significant disruptions. Currently, this ash cloud is slowly moving toward China and Myanmar. The eruption was so powerful that the blast was heard in cities almost 190 kilometers away, and even neighboring Djibouti felt minor tremors. Villages about 28 kilometers away in Ethiopia's Afar region were completely covered in ash. Luckily, no human lives were lost, primarily because the volcano is located in one of the most remote areas on Earth. This area, known as the Danakil Depression, is considered one of the hottest places on the planet. The region lies below sea level, with temperatures often soaring above Y-55 degrees Celsius, and rainfall is extremely rare. The Danakil Depression is fascinating for both geologists and tourists. For geologists, it is a unique area because it is highly geologically active, featuring numerous volcanoes and tectonic activity. Tourists are attracted by the surreal landscapes, which display vibrant yellow, green, and blue hues caused by chemical reactions in the soil and minerals. The terrain looks almost otherworldly, as if it belongs on another planet. You might be wondering why this volcano erupted so suddenly after thousands of years of dormancy. The answer lies in the tectonic activity of the African continent. The tectonic plates in this region are constantly shifting, and the African continent is slowly splitting apart. Millions of years ago, all the continents were joined together as a supercontinent called Pangaea. Over time, Pangaea broke apart, forming the continents we know today. Specifically in the African region, the African tectonic plate was once connected to the Arabian plate. As these plates slowly drifted apart, the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden were formed. Today, the African plate itself is splitting into two parts, the Nubian plate and the Somali plate. The Hailyge volcano sits precisely at the junction of three tectonic plates, the Nubian, Somali, and Arabian plates. These plates are gradually moving away from each other, causing the land to slowly separate into three parts. This area is known as the Afar Rift, which is part of the larger East African Rift system. If we look further south along this rift, we see a continuous line extending nearly 6,000 kilometers from the Red Sea through Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, Malawi, and Mozambique. This line marks the slow and ongoing splitting of the African continent. Although the process is gradual on a human timescale, the geological changes can still be observed in real time through volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and fissures appearing in the ground. Scientists estimate that the full separation of these plates could take 5 to 10 million years. The tectonic plates are moving at a rate of 2 to 5 centimeters per year, the same rate at which human fingernails grow. However, this does not mean everything happens slowly. The East African Rift is home to many active volcanoes and mountains, including Mount Kilimanjaro, Mount Kenya, and Erta Ao, which has Ethiopia's famous lava lake. Lakes such as Malawi, Tanganyika, Albert, and Kivu also exist due to the gradual separation of these tectonic plates. From this perspective, the recent Hailyge eruption was not unexpected. As the plates continue to drift, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and cracks in the ground are natural and recurring phenomena. Several events in recent years have already illustrated the geological activity in this region. In July 2025, another volcanic eruption occurred near Hailyge at the Erta volcano. That same month, Hailyge released white smoke, attracting scientists' attention. Back in 2005, a huge fissure suddenly appeared in this region. A 60 kilometers long crack formed within just 10 days. Photos of this fissure show people standing nearby, which gives a real sense of the immense scale. It is literally a live example of continental drift happening before our eyes. This story also sheds light on why some regions of the world are more prone to natural disasters. For instance, Japan experiences frequent earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and tsunamis due to the movement of tectonic plates. By studying the East African Rift, we can observe similar processes on a much longer geological timescale. In conclusion, the Hailyge eruption serves as a striking reminder of Earth's dynamic nature. While the ash cloud disrupted flights and created dramatic visuals, the event also highlights the ongoing slow separation of continental plates, which continues to shape landscapes, create lakes and mountains, and trigger volcanic activity. Natural disasters may seem sudden and unpredictable, but in reality, they are part of an immense geological process unfolding over millions of years. This eruption demonstrates that the Earth is alive and constantly changing, even in remote and seemingly barren regions. Scientists and explorers alike are fascinated by the Danakil Depression because it provides a rare opportunity to witness geological forces at work. By understanding the patterns here, we gain insights into how the planet evolves and how future landscapes will form. The Hailyge eruption, therefore, is not just a local event, it is a window into the ongoing story of our planet, showing us how continents drift, volcanoes erupt, and Earth continues to reshape itself over unimaginable timescales.